was good. It was a good fight. Cruz lived up to his nickname, being PitBull. He come forward, throwing a lot of punches. Lamont was trying to stay focused, and it was a great fight. I had it kind of close. I did think Cruz edged a little bit, but Lamont kept his composure, and it was a great fight. Hopefully they have another fight and fight again.
What surprised you the most about the fight in general from both?
They both took each other's shots really well. Lamont took his shots well, and it was expected Cruz to take his shots. But Lamont took his shots well and kept fighting back because I thought he was gonna wear down. I thought he was gonna wear down in the later rounds. I thought Roach was gonna wear down in the later rounds, but he kept the pace up and kept fighting, kept his composure.
If they do have a rematch, who do you think would take it based on what we saw?
I don't know, because I didn't know who was going to win the first fight. I don't know. Whoever had the best game plan, I think Lamont can't get macho with him and try to fight him, because in the first half, he was just trying to fight him.
I was surprised the way he fought.
Yeah, he was trying to fight him, but I think if he boxed and used angles and move around like he did a little bit, I think he could pull the fight off.
You guys heard it, the one and only Errol Spence Jr. He came out stating that Lamont versus PitBull Cruz fight was a close fight, but he had PitBull Cruz winning. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what they did to Devin Haney when he beat Lomachenko 9 rounds to 3 in a more dominant fashion. However, a lot of the fighters that was there, they said Lomachenko won the fight because of the influence of the fans. Remember, Devin Haney was getting booed as soon as he walked in the arena. Even though Lomachenko is not from the USA, and that's Devin Haney's hometown. Same thing for PitBull Cruz. Lamont Roach was getting showered with boos as soon as he came into the arena. Therefore, you can't determine who won a close fight by listening to who the fans are cheering for during and after the fight if they were booing Devin Haney and Lamont Roach before the fight even began. That's common sense. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, Errol Spence stated that he thought PitBull Cruz won the close fight. And then on Twitter, he went back to say, I don't know who won, it's too close to call. The reality is, the reason why Errol Spence said he thought PitBull won is because that's the safer thing to say. If you don't want to piss off the Hispanic fans in Texas, and we know Errol Spence is from Texas, but the point I'm trying to make, the reason why Errol Spence said that is the same reason a lot of people said immediately after watching Devin versus Lomachenko fight in the arena that Loma won, due to the influence of the fans. Because the fans wanted Loma to win, even though he clearly lost. The same way the fans wanted PitBull to win, even though he lost to Lamont Roach. Obviously, they're going to cheer for him and continue booing the opposition, the enemy, a.k.a. Devin Haney and Lamont Roach. I mean, there were so many fighters that came out immediately after receiving a lot of backlash for saying Lomachenko won. They came out immediately after the next day and said, man, I watched the fight on TV and Devin Haney won, without a doubt. So the point I'm trying to make, when you judge in the fight, you got to judge it with your eyes, not your ears, because they're going to deceive you with your ears. That's what they do best, manipulate you with what you hear to seeing what they telling you instead of what's happening. And the reality is, not everyone is willing to stand on business, and that's the truth business. Even Errol Spence, whose nickname is the truth. I mean, let's keep it a buck here. Lamont Roach got robbed of lifetime achievements, beating Javante and PitBull Cruz, moving up in weight back to back. First at 135 to beat Tank for a title that he didn't receive. Then moving up again to 140 to beat PitBull Cruz for a title that he didn't receive. He's getting robbed of his blood, sweat, and tears. How ironic is it? The same fans that were saying that Lamont Roach was robbed against Tank are the same ones celebrating right now that PitBull Cruz won. or had a draw, because that's really a win. He clearly lost. I mean, look how PitBull Cruz was smiling and celebrating like, man, I'm glad I robbed him. I kid you not, that's the look he had in his face, like the most evil smile you can ever see. Like, man, all that dirty fighting, them low blows, man, that really worked. I really fooled the judges, and I was able to do enough for them to rob Lamont Roach. He knows what time it is. They in Texas. I mean, how the hell PitBull Cruz is going to complain about supposedly getting robbed by the referee? But he was smiling from east to west when they announced the decision. I mean, look at Lamont Roach's reaction to the draw, because he really felt like he won. And look how PitBull Cruz reacted, as if he really felt like he lost, because he was so happy with a draw. If you really felt like you won, you're not going to be smiling and celebrating a draw the way PitBull Cruz did. And that's a fact. Even PitBull Cruz himself knew he lost the fight. His corner knew he lost the fight, and they were telling him that during the fight. At the end of the day, I'm not saying PitBull Cruz had no success. I mean, he dropped Lamont Roach. He hurt Lamont Roach, and he landed good punches throughout the fight. He was dangerous throughout the fight. However, what I'm saying is Lamont Roach clearly won more rounds, and that's a fact. He landed more punches, more clean punches, more everything. He was the aggressor in there. You heard that right. I mean, the knockdown got canceled with PitBull Cruz getting a point taken away for low blows and excessive holding. But the fact that Lamont Roach didn't just outbox PitBull, he also beat him at his own game by backing him up and had PitBull boxing. To me, that was the most impressive thing about the fight, that Lamont Roach made the Mike Tyson of Mexico fight like the Muhammad Ali of Mexico. I mean, he changed his style and everything. Just like he did Gervonta, the Mike Tyson of America right now, you know, in the lower weight divisions. But the fact that PitBull prided himself of all he running, but he was the one running against Lamont Roach after he hurt Lamont Roach. Lamont got up and started walking him down, beating him down at his own game, had PitBull Cruz, like I said before, go from everyone got a game plan till they get hit type of fighter to fly like a butterfly and don't even sting like a bee. Just get out of the way. Fly like a butterfly and get the hell away. He was clinching, looking desperate, throwing low blows. Lamont Roach was whooping on him in all departments. So, without a doubt, Lamont Roach clearly won the fight. And a lot of fighters outside of Errol Spence, they all said they thought Roach won. With that being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts on Errol Spence being the only odd fighter out of the bunch saying PitBull Cruz won. What? Just like when he fought Gervonta. I guess it's just a moral victory for PitBull not to get dominated. The fact that he was just competitive is enough for him to win. With that being said, subscribe below and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.